Appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's Gabos. We back with another one. I rock with you if you rock with me. Yo, hot take. Breaking news alert. Like, comment, and subscribe. You know the subscribe button right there. Your boy is consistent. Not to mention my social media is on the bottom. So, tune in. Your boy be on Twitter a lot. All right, so we're going to get right into it, man. Breaking news. DJ Akademiks is now speaking on Gunna pleading guilty in a State Rico case, and he's set to be released. Free Gunna! You know what I'm saying? If you've been living underneath the rock, Google it, bro. Everybody knows what's up. So we're going to get right into it, man. I appreciate y'all. For real. Goddamn, I be embarrassing myself. How many times I got to click on the screen? There we go.
Young Gunna at WSBTV.com. This is breaking fucking news. Gunna will be apparently released, but he's going to be pleading guilty.
Damn.
Let me show y'all. Atlanta rapper Gunna. Wait, why is this here? Atlanta rapper Gunna to be released after pleading guilty to racketeering / gang charges. He's been locked up since May. Let me make this a little bit smaller that we could read it together.
Oh, snap.
We're going to get back to this Kelsey stuff. This is a crazy news day. Oh, my God. Chat, I might have to motherfucking start my own news network on some shit like some InfoWars shit, man, because we doing like anchor work. I like doing commentary and shit like that, but this is like anchor work, but shit going fast. Okay, Atlanta rapper Gunna. Let me make this a little bit better. Atlanta rapper Gunna has pleaded guilty to a racketeering conspiracy charge in a sweeping indictment against rapper Young Thug, and several other alleged members of the Young Slime Life criminal street gang. Channel 2 investigative report Mark Winnie was the only television journalist in the courtroom Wednesday as Sergio Kitchens faced a judge. The rapper entered a negotiated plea known as an Alford plea. We're going to Google that. An Alford plea, in which he pled guilty on one charge because it was in his best interest while maintaining his innocence on the same charge.
Huh? Your people going to be interested to find out if he cooperated. What is that? A rapper entered a negotiation as an alpha charge in which he pleads guilty on one charge because it was his best interest while maintaining his innocence on the same charge. If you're pleading guilty on the charge, how are you both guilty and innocent on the same charge?
Nigga, what? Is that like a no contest? We're going to have to look this up. He pled guilty, but he say innocent? Hold on now, nigga. Because usually when you plead guilty, nigga, you have to almost say on the record, I am guilty. You know what I mean? Even in the plea, you almost got to, sometimes the judge will walk you through it, be like, okay, so on September 14th, you were here and you did this, that constituted as this crime, and you are with sound, knowledgeable mind, you've talked to an attorney that this is a felony, that this comes with certain stipulations, and you're pleading guilty. Anyway, we're going to Google what this is, Alford plea. While I have agreed to be always to be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear I have not made any statements, have not interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness against any party in the case, and absolutely have no intention of being involved in the trial in any process in any way, the rapper said in a statement. Gunna was sentenced to 5 years with 1 year to 5 years with one served in prison. The 1 year sentence will be commuted to time served. The 4 year will be remain in balance would be as a suspended sentence and be subject to special conditions, including. Okay, so he's getting out. He's getting out now. Wow.
Nah, boy. Social conditions including 500 hours of community service. This man was facing a goddamn RICO charge and got community service. This man got the best lawyers on the planet.
So he got 5 years in prison, but they're doing a suspended sentence. They're giving him 1 year, but they're commuting that 1 year to about like 7 months because it's been 7 months since he's locked up. And they're saying that the rest of the time, the other 4 years, unless he does another crime that would trigger, I think, not misdemeanor, but I think at least a felony, it would automatically trigger the sentence the rest of the 4 years. Gunna, blah, blah, blah. Okay,
he's going to be in his best behavior. For real.
Listen, in the black community, I keep telling you that street culture is the culture that people go by, and ignorance runs rampant. And people look at the court of law and only see black and white, and they're gonna call Gunna a snitch. I'm telling you this right now. This deal he took, which again I am not in no way, shape, or form saying he's cooperating, but the ignorance of the streets is gonna say he's cooperating. How'd you get that deal? Keep in mind, even though he's a fucking multimillionaire with some of the best lawyers who are probably calling their best favors for their client, you know, people are gonna just use.
But that be the thing, son. Like, in order to qualify for these joints, and a lot of times I always say, and like whenever we got young black men committing these crimes, they're unaware of the law, and half the time it's our own ignorance, but it doesn't excuse us for whatever punishment. But if you have great lawyers, I'm telling you, Gunna had to shed at least an M to beat this RICO charge by the feds, and only got 1 year with time served and 500 hours of community service. People were talking about he was facing 15 years, bro. Lord.
Traditional street codes as they deal with law. There's no way they claim you one of the head honchos and the lieutenants in the case, but you don't have to be involved in the trial. You could just take 7 months in jail and then serve the rest at the crib. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they're going to say.
Ties.
By the way, his statement, which I don't know if his statement, I guess he gave a statement via his lawyer to the press. His statement even addressed what he probably knows is going to be the obvious. They're going to call you a snitch. While I've agreed to be truthful, well, what does that mean? Sometimes being truthful is telling the truth on another nigga. He says, I want to make it perfectly clear I have not made any statements. So he said, I have not put anything that could jeopardize whether me or anybody else. And I've not been interviewed, and I've not cooperated, and I've not agreed to testify. Well, here's the thing, though. Here's kind of what happens when some of these pleas start to come down. Once you get a guilty plea, like he's pleading guilty to be in this criminal street gang, it helps the prosecutor because now, just perception-wise, y'all can't just keep arguing YSL is a record label. Homie just pled guilty to saying YSL's a gang. What the fuck y'all talking about? So, who knows? Again, I don't know, and I would never sit here and make no type of wild accusations like that, but I keep telling y'all about the ignorance of the streets. I keep telling y'all that, you know, rap culture and black culture, well, black culture definitely is street culture, and usually ignorance rules over everything else. We're going to have to do some digging on this. I'm definitely going to do a YouTube video when I take my break. So I'm going to do a YouTube video on this, but I'm going to try to get a little bit more informed about this Alford plea. Okay? And we can read a little bit on it.
Sheesh.
Alford plea, named after
Henry Alford.
Alford plea, also called a Kennedy plea in West Virginia, whereby a defendant in a criminal case does not admit to a criminal act and asserts innocence, but admits that the evidence presented by the prosecution will likely persuade a judge or jury to find a defendant guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. By the way, it would be very interesting to know if they're offering this plea to other people, except, like, for example, Thug, or maybe they offered this to Gunna because, you know, shit, even us, perception-wise, we think that Gunna ain't really had nothing to do with too much. And in their story, they were trying to paint him to be some big lieutenant that folded up under Young Thug. But some people might be like, yo, he don't even claim Bloods. He claims some other shit. He not this, he not that. He don't be moving with these people. Like, he kind of an artist. Yeah, he throw up the signs and he got the tattoos, but he not that. And maybe they thought that, you know what, yo, at least to get a conviction, let's give him this plea. What I will say, though, for all the shit that Fonnie Willis was talking about, if you were painting YSL to be what you claimed in the indictment and in all of the things where you're saying people are making threats and this, that, and third, people have done more time for shoplifting. What the fuck was this for? You get what I mean? If you're claiming YSL is this dangerous of a gang and you're telling us bodies on bodies on bodies, choppers in the back, 100-round clips, 7 months. Okay. This might be Fonnie Willis saving face. This might be her saving face. You know, we're going to get back to the Tories thing in like 2 seconds, but shit, you don't think the DA in Tories case been trying to save face? Nigga, I believe their arm got twisted to give Kelsey an immunity deal. Yo, you know you need my testimony. You know you need it. She pump fake like, oh, I'll testify. Showed up with a bunch of lawyers. I plead the fifth.
Damn.
No, you can't. My lawyers told me to plead the fifth. All right, we won't prosecute you. Nah, I still plead the fifth. I need something in writing. Oh, I got one? Now we can talk. Anyway, we'll see.
Yo, it's
But,
politics,
yeah.
bro.
This either tells me one or two things. Either the
Gunna got